The human brain is one of the most complex things in the universe. For decades, scientists collected massive amounts of data about it, but much of it was too overwhelming to make sense of. Now, artificial intelligence is giving us a new lens, finally showing us how the brain really works. Today, we're exploring 5 stunning discoveries about the human brain, made possible by AI. Let's begin with one of the biggest milestones in neuroscience. In 2023, researchers at Harvard and Google studied a piece of brain tissue smaller than a grain of rice. They sliced it thinner than a human hair and captured millions of images with an electron microscope. On their own, those images looked like chaos. But with AI, they were stitched together into a 3D connectome, a wiring diagram of about 57,000 neurons and 150 million synapses. The dataset was enormous, 1.4 petabytes, which is more data than the entire English Wikipedia. And what did this connectome reveal? Neurons looping back onto themselves in unexpected ways. Strange whirls of axons twisting into patterns we'd never seen. Even structural clues tied to epilepsy and Alzheimer's. AI became a kind of cartographer of the brain, turning messy snapshots into a precise map that could explain how memory works and how neurological diseases might take root. Now imagine an AI that can peek inside your head and see what you're looking at. Sounds like science fiction, right? Yet researchers in Japan have already made it real. At Osaka University, scientists trained an AI model on brain scans, while participants viewed thousands of pictures. Once trained, the AI recreated images directly from brain activity using Stable Diffusion, the same kind of model behind many AI art generators. The pictures weren't perfect, sometimes blurry or dreamlike, but they still resembled what the person actually saw, and that's just the start. Other projects have paired brain signals like EEG with language models such as GPT. This allowed AI to identify simple words and sentences directly from a neural activity. It's still early and requires individual training, but the direction is clear. From giving a voice to patients who cannot speak, to one day enabling direct brain-to-brain communication. AI isn't only reading activity, it's also uncovering cells we didn't even know existed. A striking example is the Rosehip neuron, a rare cell found in the human cortex, but not in mice. It has a distinctive rosehip shape and acts like a fine-tuned regulator, helping our brains process information with extra precision. For years, the data pointing to this cell type was hidden among vast datasets. Only with AI could scientists finally recognize its unique genetic and structural signature. Beyond individual cells, AI has also revealed hidden activity patterns linked to epilepsy, Alzheimer's, and schizophrenia, patterns invisible to traditional analysis. This shows us that the brain is even more layered and mysterious than we believed. One of the most fascinating insights is how AI helps us understand learning itself. The human brain is plastic, meaning it constantly rewires itself as we gain new experiences. But the rules behind this rewiring were hard to pin down. By comparing the brain with AI systems, scientists noticed something striking. AI models, like transformers, learn almost the same way. They predict outcomes, make mistakes, and then correct those mistakes. That's exactly what our brains do when learning new skills. Even AI's attention mechanism, deciding which information matters most, mirrors how humans focus. This overlap suggests that studying AI may help us uncover the hidden principles of memory, attention, and maybe even consciousness itself. Finally, let's look at something with the power to save lives. Diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and epilepsy change the brain years before symptoms appear. But the signs are incredibly subtle, and human doctors often can't see them in time. AI can. Convolutional networks analyze MRI and CT scans, spotting microscopic changes invisible to the human eye. Autoencoders compare a patient's brain to a normal one and flag anomalies. In Alzheimer's, some models can predict the disease up to 6 years before symptoms begin. In epilepsy, AI pinpoints the exact location where seizures start. guiding precise surgeries. In Parkinson's, it analyzes speech and motor patterns to detect early risks. Think of it as a second pair of eyes for neurologists, giving patients a much better chance to fight back. So what have we learned? AI proves that the human brain is far more intricate than we ever imagined. From mapping neurons with microscopic detail, to reading visual thoughts, revealing new cell types, decoding the rules of learning, and diagnosing diseases before they show. AI is reshaping our understanding of what it means to be human. If you enjoyed this video and want more fascinating stories about AI in our world, don't forget to subscribe.